My name is Femi Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Sourcing Business. Sourcing Business is an online platform where freelancers and employers of labor are able to connect in order to exchange value. The platform gives freelancers opportunity to be able to create their gigs, showcasing what they can offer to organizations, the solutions they can provide, and especially services they can offer, virtually. Startups are actually looking for skilled professionals like these who are able to help them deliver their job, cheaper, who are able to help them deliver their job faster, and who are able to help them deliver their job with better quality. And these are the capabilities that you found in Freelancers. And so Sourcing Business provides a platform where such people are able to offer their gigs so that startups and small business owners around the world can be able to access them to be able to buy their services. On Sourcing Business, we'll
Hello everyone. Good morning and welcome to Upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. How are you doing? It's another Wednesday morning, and of course we do apologize for starting at this time. It's not usually our style, but we were having some problems with some type of connection. Okay, but we're here and we're ready to start up on today's for today. Okay, how are you doing? Of course, welcome to Upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. That is the goal, and of course this is powered by Sourcing Business. Sourcing.business is a platform that connects freelancers with employers. So if you're a freelancer with a skill, you want to expose your skill to people and have access to a wide range, a wide pool of people to have access to your skill, then you want to get on Sourcing.business. And also, if you are someone who is a freelancer as well, or maybe you're just new to the world of freelancing and you want to upskill what you already have, or you want to learn a new skill, well, we have a lot of pathways, up to 9 pathways on Sourcing.business, where you learn a skill, and of course you learn to monetize that skill. Not only do we teach you on Sourcing.business, we also provide you with mentors and tutors that will take you by the hand and help you cut out all the possible mistakes that you might make in the course of starting your career and journey as a freelancer. We cut out all the mistakes, and so we just put you right on the path to greatness. And today on Upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years, the topic for today is virtual assistants. And of course, we have a guest in the studio. She'll be talking to us about all things virtual assistants, what it means and what it is, and what it would take to start up a career as a freelancer in virtual assistants, and of course all the things that are required for you to set up a career. Okay, now if you have a question, you have something you want to talk about, you have a question, please feel free to drop your comments and questions in the comment section. Our guest will talk and respond to your questions in due time. Hello, good morning, Ugweze. Welcome to Upskilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. You're welcome. How are you doing? Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Grace.
Okay. That's a connection problem we've been having for quite some time, but she's going to get it fixed, and we're going to go in depth on today's topic. Okay, so she's back. All right, so you're back. Okay, but I can't hear what you're saying. I can only see your lip moving, but I can't hear what you're saying. The volume is gone. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. All right.
Okay.
All right, so welcome. Okay, so let our audience meet you. Who is Ugweze? Tell us about yourself. A little about yourself, a bit of an introduction.
Okay.
Okay, the volume is off.
Okay.
I don't know what is responsible for the volume tripping off, but the volume is tripping off. And so we hear you 1 minute, and then the next few words you say we don't hear you. So I don't know if it's the earbuds. I don't know if it's you want to use a headset or something like that. or the device or something. I
Okay, let me try again.
don't know. Okay.
Okay. My name is Grace Joy Injimanzi, and I'm a virtual assistant trainer here at Person Business Africa.
Okay.
So, apart from being a virtual assistant trainer, I help brands accelerate revenue in areas concerning recruiting services, property consulting, web development, and artificial intelligence for machine learning. So, my aim here as a Person Business virtual assistant trainer is to help my trainees acquire the right skills to work as
Mm-hmm.
global virtual, the right skills to work as global virtual assistants. In conclusion, I feel that I'll
The
be
volume is so not clear. The volume isn't clear. It's not audible. It sounds like hollow. You know what I mean? Like sounds hollow. So it's kind of like the fit the purpose of everything.
I don't know what the problem is. Maybe network.
No, it can't.
No, I don't know. I'm trying to hear you. I'm trying to hear what you're saying. Perhaps I'll have to connect to you.
I think she's trying to fix it. Let's give
Okay.
her some time. So maybe those who have questions can start sending in their questions. You already have the topic for today. Then you can feel free to send in your questions.
Yeah, feel free to send me your questions. Taiwo, she is yes working on her volume. She's not really audible. Um, okay, Ruth. Yeah, yeah, of course. She's working on her volume. She's not really audible, so well, she's working on it. But if you have any other questions, well, you can feel free to drop your questions. So it's not news that sourcing.business offers 9 pathways. What that means is on sourcing.business, we offer you opportunities to learn a skill, all right? 9 different skills, up to 9 different pathways. So what that means is one pathway might have like several skills you might want to learn. Say if you're going through digital marketing, for example, you're going to learn content marketing, you're going to learn content writing and things like that. So whatever, and they're all absolutely free, no extra charge, no hidden charges, nothing of that. So this is something, an opportunity that we need to have our friends and families, those we think are struggling, or not even struggling, those who need an extra income and extra cash to have access to. So I need you to share the link with all of them. Copy the link and paste it on your WhatsApp status, on your Instagram status, on your Facebook post. Let them know exactly what's going on. It is absolutely free. You'll be empowering somebody. You'll be giving someone an access to build a life and start a career of their choice. Okay. Okay, Ruth. Yes, of course. Welcome, Ruth Morgan. Yes, we're going to learn about virtual assistants, and she also will talk to us where you can learn it even for free. And of course, she's going to teach us how to market it and how to monetize it and earn a living from that skill. And if you also have a skill already, but you want to learn more, of course, with life, you don't just stop learning in one spot. You have to keep on learning. You learn new things because as evolution comes, as things are evolving, new ideas, new approach, new philosophies are being brought to life. And so you want to have access to it to be at the top of your game so that when you're contacted, when an employer, comes into your DM to contact you or to hire your service, you're not outdated. You're not someone who is still left behind and still using the old technique to solve problems and to handle their jobs. You know the latest technique, you know exactly the latest things to do. So that's why it's so important to constantly keep on learning. That's one of the things that Source in the Business avails you the opportunity for to learn and upskill. Say you already know something about writing, and you have you're self-taught, or you just learned it somehow. You can, come onto sourcing the business and you upgrade. I mean, there's certain things, certain keywords, certain things that you don't know, things that are trending, what's the latest in the market, you don't know about it. Right here on sourcing the business, you get access to these things. They teach you this thing, and so that you are at the top. See, the important thing is to be at the top of your game. Even if you have a skill, right, and you're not constantly improving on it, before you know what's happening, you are dated. You don't know what's the in thing. You don't know what the latest is. You don't know what the latest word, keyword, style, technique is. And this is a purpose of upskill. That's basically what upskilling is. You're just acquiring new knowledge, acquiring new things, and getting to know more things so that you are relevant in the market. And so an employer comes to ask you that, oh, do you know this? Can you use this specific technique? And you tell them you don't know about it. You know what? No employer wants to hear that. No employer wants to hear. They want to know that you know what the latest is, so they can give them an excellent job. An excellent job is the priority, is the most important thing. That's the purpose of upskilling, and that is what Source Intel Business is doing, and he's doing it absolutely free of charge, absolutely free of charge. Now, in the world of marketing, digital marketing. Of course, there's the Instagram, Facebook, and of course, and the SEO and all of that. There's also the Google. Now, a lot of people don't know that that is it. Someone can actually specialize, on Google on itself. I saw this particular man. He is a Google advert specialist. That's all he does. He doesn't do any other social media, just Google advert specialist. And he's earned over $1 million by focusing on one particular skill and being an expert. So the latest skill in Google advertisement comes out, he knows about it. His clients have access to it. That is a purpose and the importance of upskilling. So everyone needs to have access to this platform. Sourcing the business happens every Wednesday. We'll talk about all types of topics, how to upskill. The other day we were talking.
I
I mean, I never.
think okay. Last Saturdays ago, one of
Yeah,
our classes, something happened in one of our classes last 2 weeks ago. I discovered we actually had someone in a class who later introduced himself. He already has PhD.
yeah,
Okay, he's doing very well. I mean, he has a career and it's going very well for him. But he said he had to come to this class to still, refresh himself and
yeah,
rub mind with younger people and stuff like that. So when it comes to upskilling,
exactly.
it has nothing to do with age. It has nothing to do with the fact that, oh, I've gone far in my career, because things are changing. I mean,
Yeah,
20 years ago, for those who were on the top of their careers, there was nothing like Facebook, there was no like social media. And we're talking about marketing like 20 years ago. I mean, I read marketing like over 20 years ago. And it was all about the 4 P's, the 5 P's of marketing: place, promotion, stuff like that. If you go for marketing now, you have to do a lot, focus more on the digital aspect of it, which just
yeah,
started less than 20 years ago. So if I'd been maybe PhD older in maybe in marketing 20 years ago, and now I refuse to learn, I would have been outdated. So
yeah,
that actually is the power of the changes that technology is driving in our time. And that's why it's
yeah,
very important actually for everyone to continue to refresh. Like, for example, we're talking about virtual assistants. I can see Ruth is saying that I'm here to learn about virtual assistants. Sometimes I've communicated with several freelancers who claim to be virtual assistant, and I asked them, what do you do? Say, I'm a virtual assistant. I said, no. As a virtual assistant, what do you do? Say, okay, I'm available. I can help you with office assistance. I can help you to um, do your documentation, put your books together, organize your plans, and stuff. I said, it's as if you actually don't understand what virtual assistance is all about. Because being a virtual assistant, you can actually be into different things. You can be a virtual assistant as an accountant,
mm,
as a bookkeeper, you can be a virtual assistant as a data analyst. You can be a virtual assistant as a travel consultant. You can be a virtual assistant where you are good with email marketing, you're good with records, you're good with bookkeeping, you're good with. There are different. As you can be a virtual assistant as a medical practitioner. You can be a virtual assistant as a counselor. You can be a virtual assistant as different aspect of business operation, whereby you can be a virtual assistant. So what many don't know is that sometimes your background, your academic or career background, play important role in becoming a virtual assistant. If you, for example, you have been maybe you have been an administrative officer, you have been able to do a lot of things that has to do with business management, a lot of activity management and organization, and you want to start working remotely. You could What you need to focus on is that aspect of business operations that you have been involved with over the years physically, so you'll be able to deliver them with the help of technology. That is what virtual assistant is all about. If you've not had experience in that aspect, you don't just wake up and say, "Oh, I want to become a virtual assistant and I want to do what I've never done before." You won't be able to do it. If you are very good with email marketing, for example, we are very good with organizing, managing virtual events. That's an aspect you can major in. Some people know how to manage maybe Google Meet, Zoom, different aspect of a virtual platform for events and meeting and stuff like that. Is a major skill that people are looking for today, that you can actually major in. If you are good with emails, you can manage data, you can manipulate data, you can operate data. That's an aspect you can major on. I think she's back, right?
Mm.
Are you good
All
now?
right, then. Are
Yes,
you
I'm
good?
okay. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
Wow,
good.
great.
good.
All right. So let's dive straight into what we have. We have people here. Well, welcome Michelle and Ruth. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, Ugweze, tell us about what does it mean to be a virtual assistant?
Okay, a virtual assistant is a strategic partner or a self-employed professional who works remotely, especially from a home office, to help a client or a business person do administrative, technical, um, creative tasks to help the business person achieve his project. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
So what are the aspects of virtual assistants?
there
What
are
are the
so many
several aspects
aspects.
of being a virtual assistant?
There are so many aspects. In the sense that according to your um, according to your career, according to your previous job roles,
Good.
someone can choose to specialize in a particular niche because you won't just jump in right into being a virtual assistant without having a prior experience in a particular skill. It could be in data entry, project management, social media management, so that you can actually achieve some marketing, some little marketing tasks such as email management, calendar management, script reservations, and so on.
So what you're saying is you cannot be a virtual assistant without having some type of, I mean, you have to be a virtual assistant coming from the background of your present job. Is that what you're saying? Your present role.
That's not that's not exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's
Okay.
actually good to specialize, to go into the to pick up a virtual assistant niche that you have experience in. But if you don't have any experience at all, you just want to dive into being a virtual assistant, you have to learn the essential virtual assistant skills. This is what I'm teaching in this program, such as we have the calendar management skill, we have the ability to use Google Workspace, everything about Google Workspace. We have the ability to use some technical skills such as we have Asana, we have Tello, we have more things. We have I've talked about the Google Workspace. We have the spreadsheet and how to use the Google Forms, survey forms, all those types of things. So that's just the basic essential virtual assistant skill. Someone that doesn't have any experience at all in virtual assistant can just start learning, and yeah, to
So,
actually
so
use now.
as a person who's new, who's just starting their career, what are the basic, now is it personality trait or basic skill they need to, when you mentioned all of these tools they need to be they need to have a basic knowledge of. But what are the basic responsibilities of a virtual assistant? What are the basic skill they need to have to at least start?
Okay, so at least that the first skill I will advise the person to have is the growth mindset skill, which is a soft skill. You have to start having the growth mindset skill of an achiever, of a project achiever. Because this actually you're being a strategic partner to someone, you're assisting the person, you're owning the business. So you have to have this growth mindset. Um, you have to be able to manage your time. You have to be able to be very trustworthy, because your client is trusting you with some essential things such as their emails, and you're going to be the one to manage their time, manage their calendar, manage their email. So you have to be trustworthy. Then you have to go through training, because you won't just start being a virtual assistant without knowing some certain things. So you have to go into training. If you're interested in learning social media, if you're interested in managing someone's social media, you have to have some basic content writing skills, some basic graphic design skills, using some skills such as Canva, just some simple skills. Okay, so you also have to have you have to protect you have to have the ability to negotiate negotiate. You have to research, network with other virtual assistants, know what's in for you in the market, know where you're lacking, know where you should improve. So you also have to learn how to job hunt, how to search for clients, know the difference between employment and freelancing. Like you have to know the agreement a virtual assistant should have with their employers, and you have to know the difference between the agreement a virtual assistant has with the employer, and that which the employee has with the employer, because it should be a different agreement, in the sense that that role should allow you the time and opportunity to work from anywhere. So that's it.
Okay. All right. So, what are the basic the, how what would you say to people who are maybe basic assistants, regular assistants, and who are trying to transition from that to being virtual assistants? What would you say? What is the advice they need to know? What are the things they need to know before venturing into the world of freelancing?
Okay. I think what you need to know is that they have to upskill themselves. They have to go for training. They have to know what's in for them. They have to ask themselves if they are the kind of people that love working in the house, working in, in an environment where they won't be meeting co-workers, if they are the type of people that thrive alone, that can achieve with projects alone in an estate, if they're the kind of people that love, that don't really like the traditional work style of receiving money to your bank, all these processes of receiving money through other types of forms of money transfers, PayPal and the rest. We should also think about they are able to if they're able to manage the business alone. So if they can achieve all that, then they can go into being virtual assistants.
Okay,
Okay,
if
so
I
let's
may
go.
support what
Okay.
she has said, I think also if you want to go virtual, I think the word virtual itself simply means moving from doing things physically to employing technologies to deliver what you would have done physically, right? So I think
Yes.
one of the things they need to do is to first of all learn to understand what are the technologies behind uh, this service or services if I have to render them virtually. For example, if you want to be an office assistant, you know that there are certain softwares solutions you must be able to handle. Maybe before you've been lazy around learning Excel, you have to understand Excel. You have to understand all the um, power packages. Softwares to use. For example, if you're a graphic designer, I would want to say that, for example, if you're a graphic designer, you can probably you've been working an organization before as a graphic designer for one organization, but you said, I want to work for multiple and I want to work from home. That simply means that you have to be able to get softwares, maybe things like Canva and the likes, to manipulate pictures, Photoshops, CorelDRAW, and design these things, electronically and send them out. So, for me, what I think in what the smart way is to learn first of all, what are the technologies available, because we believe that you already have experience. Like she said, it is something you've been doing before, so you want to transition to virtual. So, technology, learning technology behind what you want to do is very, very important.
Yes,
Now, another
definitely.
important question is, how rewarding is the career as a virtual assistant?
Okay. So virtual assistant role, I must say, is very rewarding because um, unlike the unlike the basic employees that you have to work for one client in one office as an employee, but as a virtual assistant, you are free to pick up different jobs. You're free to work with different clients, and each of these clients you have to put you on a payroll. You can earn from up to $10 per hour to $35 per hour from each of your clients, depending on the role that you're working in. So I must say it's rewarding for
Mm,
people who are
mm,
very experienced in it.
mm. I see a lot of people asking the question, how do I join? Now, it's so interesting to know that Ugoeze also is a tutor on Source in Business. So, what that simply means for you is just go on to www.sourcein.business, register on the pathway for being a virtual assistant. It is absolutely free, and then you get into class. Okay. So this goes on to my next question. Okay, so, as a tutor on sourcing your business, what are your students? How has it been, and what are your future students? What are they to expect from you?
Okay. The virtual assistant course is a very exciting one, as well as an overwhelming one. So I must say I summarized my course in such a way that at the end of the course, they'll be able to understand what a virtual assistant is, who is a virtual assistant, and what is needed from a virtual assistant. Then they are going to understand the basic soft skills. They're going to know the soft skills needed. They're going to be able to assess themselves, communicate with each other to kind of improve their communication skills. They are going to have a growth mindset, understand these soft skills. They are also going to be able to use some technical skills. They will understand how to use like I said before, the Google Workspace. I always recommend that because it's the most simple skill that you can technical skill that you can use as a virtual assistant to start off as a virtual assistant. Then they will also understand, they will also learn how to negotiate. I said that earlier. They will learn how to source clients. They will also be able to practice in a virtual assistant role at the end of the course. So
Hmm.
practicing means
That's amazing.
um
That is amazing.
yeah.
We have Ruth here says that I didn't get the website. Okay, can you put of course the website is streaming along, the lower bar of the screen. If you just look at it, you see it. However, the website is also www.sourcein.business. www.sourcein.business. That's where you get to register for free. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, in the absence of no question, now if you have a question, I need you to drop your question so that guys I can respond to all of the questions that we have. Now, guys, over to you. There's a rise in freelancers in Africa. It's a new thing, and it came post COVID. Now, prior to COVID, the word of freelancing was not exactly very acceptable by many people. Employers don't accept it, employees don't accept it. They just want to go to work every single day, and they didn't even know how to approach their regular job from a freelance perspective, from a freelance angle. Now, do you think with the rise of African freelancers all over the world, not just in Nigeria, but our focus here right now is in Africa, do you think the rise of African freelancers would somehow make a dent in the world, in the world of freelance? Do you think they have a chance to be the hub for employers all over the world, America, Europe, Asia, can always in the future come to Africa, look to Africa every time they want to source for talent and source for particular in the world of freelance? Do you think that's possible?
Yes, I think that's possible because recently there's many opportunities for Africans to upskill themselves, and these opportunities are most of them are not paid for, but most of them are paid. And I must comment that many Africans um, have like say have showed interest and have shown their interest to participate in these tutorials so that they can be able to present themselves in the future market of freelancing. And Africans, they are really African that I am an African. Um, I'm doing well in my freelance role, so I must say that any other African person will actually do the same. As far as you have that urge to upskill yourself first, then definitely as time goes on, you will be able to be an expert. And when um when this when this freelance role is accepted by many employers, because not everyone is accepting, but when it becomes accepted, I think there will be an opportunity for Africans to participate in this marketplace because they're already upskilling themselves very well.
That's amazing. And that's great. All right. Any question? If you have any questions, please drop your
I
questions
think
in the
I have a
comment section.
question for
Oh,
Ugo.
okay.
Ugo, I've listened to you spoken about email marketing for virtual assistants. I don't know how you do it. I listened to you that it was very interesting. Can you speak a little on that aspect in managing emails when you're talking about maybe administrative assistance for an organization or for multiple organizations as a freelancer? Speak to that. How do you do that? What are the things you need to do that as a virtual assistant for those who would like to venture into that?
Okay. For email marketing and management, the first thing you need to do is make sure you have a good internet connection. Then you should have an email account, or maybe perhaps you have to ask your clients if you should access their emails on their behalf. So it could be Gmail, it could be Outlook, it could be any other email. So the first thing you do is to make sure that you're going to organize the mailbox. You're going to filter it, label if you have uh, if there is any mail concerning finances, you have to just arrange it in one part, filter it, which I taught my training on how to do that in our previous classes. So you're going to filter the emails, Then if there are promotional mails, you're going to also filter that. If you have new subscribers, you're going to always put them into a database, and I recommend Google spreadsheet for data. You're going to put down your subscribers there to manage the customer base. Then you're going to use some tools. I'm going to talk about some tools. So for example, we have Zapier to integrate for integrating your email and perhaps the website you're using. Okay, I talked about creating forms. For example, you have to learn how do I say this? You have to learn how to get your subscribers. There are different types of subscribers. You have subscribers that come from landing pages on your website, on that business website. You have subscribers that come from social media platforms. So when you arrange your forms and integrate it into your website, you're going to put it into a field that is going to let you know where this subscriber is coming from actually. So that when you want to send a mail, a promotional mail, you're going to know the particular people that you're sending that email to. I hope you're understanding me. Then that's just the basic. It goes on and on and on. So it that's just the basis of management and marketing. Learning how to schedule events when you get them, when you get these events from the email. Learning how to gather the manage the customer base. Learning how to filter, to label your email. That's just it.
Wow, that's amazing. All right. Let us see if we have any more questions here. In the absence of no question, this might be it. This just might be it. Huh? On virtual assistant. So if you want to be a virtual assistant, okay, Ugweze is a tutor on sourcing.business. The website is on the screen. You get to register and pay absolutely nothing. It's actually for free to register and to get participate in the course. When I say free, I mean absolutely free. No hidden charges, no secret charges, nothing at all. It's absolutely completely free. So go ahead, register. Of course, you have access to Mugweza. You did hear that she mentioned that she taught her a student last week on certain email marketing tricks. You might want to know that. All right. So Gweze, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. And we are hoping that another time, of course, we'll get to have this conversation another time or another type of conversation another time. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
All right, and so that's about that on today on Virtual Assistant. I do apologize for the technical problems we encountered at the beginning of today's class. We'll be back next week on Wednesday. You want to keep it there with us at 10 a.m. Yes, so my name is Ogemak, and I'll see you next week. Have a good day.
My name is Femi Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Sourcing Business. Sourcing Business is an online platform where freelancers and employers of labor are able to connect in order to exchange value. The platform gives freelancers opportunity to be able to create their gigs, showcasing what they can offer to organizations, the solutions they can provide, and especially services they can offer, virtually. Startups are actually looking for skilled professionals like these who are able to help them deliver their job, cheaper, who are able to help them deliver their job faster, and who are able to help them deliver their job with better quality. And these are the capabilities that you found in freelancers. And so Sourcing Business provide a platform where such people are able to offer their gigs so that startups and small business owners around the world can be able to access them to be able to buy their services. On Sourcing Business, we'll